Welcome back to TFC Modcraft. Alright, well, as you can see, the auto crafting wall, the secondary or third auto crafting wall, has gotten quite on the long side. I've been adding a bunch of other stuff to it. Let's see. Okay, over here, the mass fabricator, I turned it off for a while because I noticed that these MFSUs were getting towards empty. Right now, this one is filling up, and there's two more after it to fill. I think I want to let them go ahead and get filled up before I switch that thing back on. And along the way, I may want to do something about somewhere around here I have a recycler for making more of the scrap. And since I'm finally getting into my backlog, it might be worthwhile to start making more of it. In any event, I finally got this one all the way upgraded to tier 3, and I got all the rest of those finished. And in doing so, I spent a lot of time coming up here to this one and grabbing what was in it. Okay, there's a lot in there now. I've just been AFK for a good long while. Going out to each one of those and grabbing what's in them and bringing it in to use it and so on. And you know something? I'm tired of that. So I'm going to go over here and grab one of the things that I recently added to the auto crafting, a retriever. Bang. And let's see, in my bag I should have pneumatic tube. Yes. Okay. But I don't have a timer. But that has also been added to auto crafting. There we are. One timer. That should be plenty. Alright. Everything else I should have already. Let's see. The chassis pipe. How about a polymorphic item sink and a provider module? Yeah, and I have a chest in here. This'll do. Alright, I am going to break down right here, right next to this, because that way I can take this polymorphic items, this chassis pipe, pop it right here, and pick these up, and put that in here, and put this in here. Let's just say leave first stack, or just leave it. Yeah, leave first stack. Alright, now I can go ahead and throw this down here. And what am I going to keep in there? Dark matter. Okay, now I'll be right back. You ever notice how everything can be just perfect and peaceful and you have no interruptions? You go to start recording and all of a sudden all this real life crap starts getting in the way. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put these up there, and I'm going to, let's just run it along the ground here. Yeah. And I am going to rig up something that will do a nice little job of retrieving the content of these things as it is produced. And bringing it in where it's useful. Alright. Let's see where to bring this in. just go ahead and break this for right now. Bring that in here. Let's not forget this up here. And yeah, what I want to do is have it come into this. I want it to end up in this chest. Let's see, actually, that would be a good place as any to send it, right there. So let's do that. I'll have to jimmy it around a little bit here. I'll fix all that stuff up later. Alright. And that means I can break this, break that, run this along the top there. That's good. And then come out through there, break that, down here. Alright, get my retriever. And let's put that sucker right there. Yeah. Need the screwdriver to rotate it around. There. Alright, now from the output. Oh, I don't like that. Have I got any covers? Not here, but there might be some in there. There should be. Supplies. I wish you could search this thing. Alright, fine. I'll do it the old-fashioned way and go look. There should be some covers. Well, there's a stone panel. There's some covers. I don't want that pipe interacting with the other pipe. And even if it isn't interacting and it just looks like it, it's just a visual thing, it's still not excellent. Alright, now, can I still do that? Alright, retriever. Just pulling everything, dumping it into this chest. And because this has a polymorphic item sink, all dark matter will end up in there. Alright, let's grab some daylight, because I want to keep those solar panels running. Alright. Now, all I need to do now. Oh. Alright. That should work. Yeah. Alright. Get my timer. And that pulses it. That should be it right there. Let it pulse every 1 second. Oh, this thing needs power. Well, ain't that a mess? Okay, let's see. I got a blue electric line over here for this thing, because that thing needs power. Where did I bring that line in at? Now there's a good question for you. This machine needs power. Where's it getting it? Oh, somewhere along the line, I broke the power line, which means it will eventually run dry if I don't fix that. Blue alloy wire, okay. There. So I need this to connect up there. Oh, hey. How about this? That'll hook up there. And then this can go over here. And hook up to that. That should do it. I'll need to clean that up a little bit, but it should work. Yeah, it's starting to charge up. And looky what we got coming in. Dark matter showing up here. This is an input chest, and everything is being sent over here. It should. Yep. All right. And what it's doing now is it is pulling the content of each of these power flowers as it's generated. Let's did I run out of pneumatic tube? I did. Because there's one that's not hooked up. Okay, not a problem. I've got that on AutoCraft as well. Alright, craft pneumatic tube. Give me a whole pile of it. Okay, that's enough to great. Another sand cave in. Just what I needed. There. Alright. Now, there's no more needing to have to run out here and manually empty these things out. It will all get sucked into the inside. Let's at least make it stone. And it will all be ending up stored here in the system, nice and handy for use as whatever. Alright, that's great. That's going to pile up real nice too. As a matter of fact, it might even be an idea to consider targeting red matter instead. I don't know. Let's see. How is my charge over here going? They charge up fairly quickly. Yeah, that one's done already. And now this one's going. And it's up to 2 million. So, great. I'll be turning that thing on soon. Down below is the matter of fermentation. Getting the fermenters going and starting to produce biofuel. So I think what I'm going to do, break these up. I need to move them. And pop them right down here on the power line. And then I'll need to arrange a fluid line to come over here from those tanks to feed in here in the back. Let's see. I have some golden waterproof and a little bit of that, and I've got a couple of redstone engines, I'll need more than likely. But if I take golden waterproof there, and for now, just run it over the top. It's ugly, it's in the way, and so on, but it'll get it done. All right. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to have that open and put a redstone torch under it. I can just drop my redstone engine in there. I should be able to just put a lever on that. Oh no, of course not. That would be too convenient. Alright, that'll work. And now, wooden waterproof. And that. Alright, that's bringing the honey over here to the fermenters. Great. Now, feeding into that, we're going to need to supply plant balls and some form of fertilizer. Okay, let's see. For that, we'll use logistics to bring stuff in. Let's see, crafting, provider, requests, satellite, supplier. Here we go. Supplier pipes here and here. And where's my stone pipe? I don't seem to have very much of that. Okay. I can just hook it right in here. And then what I need to do is, what I'm going to use for raw material, for plant material, is going to be plant balls, which I can have auto-crafted from saplings. So I should have a whole bunch of in here. Yeah. Alright. And let me grab some of this too while I'm here. And some ash as well. And oh yeah, I moved the cobblestone and dirt down here to these guys because just imagine if I throw a piece of dark matter in here, infinite cobblestone, infinite dirt, pretty much. Not literally, but very effectively so. Alright, I don't even know if this is in here. I don't think so. Craft. No, it isn't. Alright. Plant balls. Yeah. Okay, like so. Alright, great. Okay, let's get that set up. Eight plants, like so. And down here, compost. I could do it with wheat and dirt, but I'm going to use ash and dirt because I have a self-renewing supply of it. There we go. Alright, crafting. Get these set up. And then head back down. To start this thing running. They should both right now by now be filled with honey. Yeah, I just got to get the other stuff in. Alright, to keep stock, partial requests will be okay. Oh heck, I didn't get any doggone plant balls. Ain't that a mess? Actually, wait a minute. This will start. And I will similarly just manufacture a quick start with that. Alright, stop it. Alright, plant balls. How about we just say 16? Fine. And compost 16. Partial requests are fine. So, and the machine itself is actually smart enough to put stuff where it belongs when it comes in. So, it may take the system a moment to get the thing made. Let me get this one set up. Alright, here comes stuff. It's going in the right places, and we are making biomass. Great. Okay. Alright. Another waterproof wooden. Alright. Redstone engine. Lever. Okay. Wooden waterproof. Golden waterproof. Bang, bang, right into this machine, and it will go into the input slot. Great. So, honey, plant balls, compost, makes biomass, biomass straight to the still, goes in biomass, and will come out as biofuel. I'll just need to run some power over there. Alright, how about golden conductive? I do have some of that. How about that? Alright. Ugly? Yeah, I don't care. I really don't. My main issue is, does it work? Alright. There you go. It's going, it's got power, and we have biofuel coming out. Alright, I'm going to take a few minutes and get this side set up and get an output set up to send this into the tankage over there. Alright, there we go. All set up. We got 2 fermenters working with honey and plant balls and compost. The compost being made the way it is so that it will use up the ash that I've been collecting. And then the biomass being pumped directly into stills as opposed to going into any kind of a holding tank. And the resulting biofuel going into these tanks, which are hooked up with balance pipes and so on. As a matter of, oh, you know, I just thought of something. Maybe I don't want to go in that one. I want it to go in that way. I don't suppose it matters. Actually, it doesn't. Because what I'm going to do is extend and have a whole lot more tanks. And this way, the supply of biomass, biofuel, will increase so that when this stuff is gone, there will be something to replace it with. Alright, that will be good. Now, there's something else I want to do. I'm going to give it some time and just kind of babysit that and see how it's going, and I also want to see how much dark matter gets collected. One thing I want to do here, I'm disconnecting that one from the supply. And that means I have to run over here and get something real quick. I've already set up the auto crafting for it. But what I want is over here, bituminous peat. Give me 32 of them, please. And that will take a little bit, but there's fuel in that engine that'll keep running. Not that it's a major deal right now, because the quarry ran out. The quarry reached the end of its run again, therefore is not running and is not using all of that power, or any of it, in fact. Okay, come on. 1, 2, all right, great. Now, this is probably, the answer is probably yes, but what I want to know is if I set this thing burning bituminous peat instead of regular peat, I want to know A, how long it's lasting, and B, is it producing ash? So, I'm going to find out. I'm going to let that run. I've noted the time, 4:18, and I'm going to keep an eye on this, see how long it takes to use up 32 pieces of it. Let this thing run and start loading up on a supply of that, and otherwise I want to make note of where the dark matter production is right now before I cut, and see how much it is, how much there is when I come back. Okay, there is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 stacks and 13. All right, I will be back after a while. Okay, I just realized I was doing this experiment entirely wrong. I left pipes connected to it, which was a mistake, I think. And so I've got 2 of them now. 2 machines with no pipes connected to them at all. No automatic supply, no automatic removal of anything. And I'm going to put 32 bituminous in this one, and I'm going to put 32 peat in that one. They're both starting up pretty much at the same time. And I'm going to let them run. And part of what I want to find out is, will bituminous peat produce ash at all? I don't know. I know peat will. And what I hadn't done right was I set up an experiment without a control. So here's when give it 32 peat. And here I gave it 32 bituminous. And we'll see. What I want to see is, does the bituminous produce ash? And does it last longer than the peat? I'm told that it does, but I'd like to see it for myself. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I was outside a little while ago, checking on something, and all of a sudden a skeleton starts to shoot at me, and I go to get my bow to respond, and of course I still don't have any arrows. I want to fix this problem. And so, let's see, get me I believe it's 8 iron. Yeah. And I'm hoping that's all I'm going to need. First, I will need a bucket of lava. Ah, there we are. Okay, fine. All right. So we take the iron, go around here, bucket of lava, bang, we got the iron band. Now we have an iron band. I need some bows. I'm wondering if I can get this from a broken one. Maybe not. There we go. I need 1, 2... Oh, for crying out loud. I need 4 of them. And oh yeah, some dark matter, which that stuff is coming in pretty quickly. I love that. That's great. Let's see. These guys, like so. Iron Band. Bang. Archangel Smite. A very cool weapon. It's powered by EMC, such as in the Klein Star, which, by the way, I want to do something with that, too. Since I have all this dark matter, let's do something here. I want another one of these. As a matter of fact, let me get 3 more of them. Alright, that'll do. And we'll just take these guys, combine them in here. Klein Star Sphere. Bang. Make sure this thing knows how to make them. And now I can go ahead and throw some of this in there just to load it up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, Archangel Smite. If I recall correctly, just right-clicking fires arrow. Turn it on with G. Oh yeah, I am liking this. Skeletons beware. Oh, you gotta love that. Ooh, it's even fast enough to hit Enderman. And I've noticed something too. They automatically target the nearest entity, the nearest non-player thing. Generally speaking, enemies, but yeah. And of course, all these arrows all over the place. I'm not even going to bother collecting them. I know I could. Oh, that's cool. Let me point over this way, and off to the right there is a creeper and a zombie. You don't even have to be a really good shot or even on target. You just fire this thing off, and the nearest enemy gets hit. Oh man, that is awesome. I love that. Yeah, I should have made this a long time ago. Oh, I'm loving that. Of course, now each one of those arrows costs EMC. You know, it takes the price of an arrow to make one. So if I pick this up, 14 EMC. So it's costing me 14 EMC per arrow that it fires, but this thing holds a lot. It's got 8 million in it, and it's only a little over half full. Yeah. In any event, I'm going to go back to my experiment, and oh, wait a minute. Let me check real quick. I think that power storage is full, or close enough. Close enough. Power on. Mass fabricator running. And it has 13 MFSUs full of power. One is about 3 million. The rest of them are full at 10 million. So that is over 125 million or so EU to work with. All right. I'm going to go back to my experiment down here with the Pete engines, and I will be back after a bit. All right, it's been a good little while here. I'm going to check in starting from up here. Here's our dark matter status right there, and I am starting to really think that maybe switching these things over to making red matter might be a good idea. Don't know yet, haven't decided, but it's a good possibility. All right, down here. UU matter production, not bad. 4.5 stacks. And how's this? Okay, I've used up all of that. So I definitely have to locate where is that recycler and get it set up to start producing more scrap. Because the mass fabricator will work without the scrap, but it works a lot slower. Okay, now. Down here, the great experiment. We've got 20 bituminous and 9 ash, so it is producing ash. And over here we have 18 peat and 9 ash. So the bituminous is definitely lasting longer. There's 20 left here, there's 18 left there. I started them both going at the same time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get these machines all switched over to the bituminous. And at the same time, I think I'm going to set up another peat farm to increase production of that, because I'm using the ash for a bunch of things. I'm going to be using the peat for a bunch of things, and so maybe that would be a good idea. The biofuel production is getting in there, going good, so we've got plenty of that going on. We're going to have plenty of biofuel when the oil runs out. That's going to work just beautifully. In the meantime, I know this has already gotten way longer than I expected, but that's okay. Got some good stuff done today. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.